Hi, this is Garibay, and today I'm going to be talking about specifically Godzilla, Planet of Monsters, a brand new anime film on Netflix. All right, and Godzilla, Planet of Monsters is really a really fun Godzilla movie. It has Godzilla in it, right? And it's not like it's literally Godzilla, like it's the IP, right? And so the intellectual property, and it uses Godzilla's name. Now, it's a really interesting film. So one, it is very different from a traditional Godzilla film in that it is anime. However, which is unusual, right? So most Godzilla movies are not anime. And then it's not traditional anime. It is CGI, computer graphic imagery anime. Right? So it's CGI anime. I know there are a lot of people who put their nose up at CGI anime. I really like CGI anime, and one of the reasons why CGI anime is important and why you see it used today is it's cheap, right? So you can make computer generated imagery anime much cheaper than you can make traditionally animated anime, right? So you can make stories that you might not have had the money to make if you had tried to animate it traditionally. And so I think that's really exciting. I really enjoy, watching. I enjoy CGI animated imagery, anime specifically, and this is all CGI, right? And CGI anime has these specific aspects that are interesting to it, which is one, they always have a lot of really cool menu UIs, like, menu UIs when somebody's operating a vehicle or when they're operating a spacecraft, and this is no exception. The menus in this look amazing. There are certain things that, the vehicles look amazing, the spaceships look amazing in this. By the way, Godzilla, Planet of Monsters, spoilers from this point forward, it takes place 20,000 years ahead in the future. So basically Godzilla appears on Earth in modern day. He starts wrecking places, and it's so bad that people are like, and then an alien race shows up on Earth as well, and people are like, oh no, we need to go, we need to leave, right? And so people are like, we really should leave Earth, to escape these aliens who are coming, and also to escape this Godzilla creature, right? Earth has become unhospitable, right? And so at that point, you have people leave Earth on a spaceship. They go way out, and then they come back later because they're like, oh, we want to get back to Earth, and we want to live where we've always lived as traditional human beings. And they're excited about getting back to Earth. So they come back 20,000 years later. And what they find is Godzilla's still there, and they have to fight him. And of course they defeat him. But what they find is that that it's not just one Godzilla. Over those 20,000 years, Godzilla has found a way to reproduce, and it's multi-Zilla. There's multiple Godzillas on Earth, right? So while and also the technology in this is really. It reminds me a lot of like the movie Alien, right? It's that level of tech, and there are walkers in here. So you have walkers, like Mecha doing combat with Godzilla. Also, there's a kind of like a foreshadowing in this film of Mecha Godzilla, right? So you have Godzilla in the very beginning of the film, and the humans create a Mecha Godzilla to fight him, but they can't bring it online. Right, so you can bet that Mecha Godzilla is going to show up in one of the future movies because he was built, but he was never brought online. So when they come back 20,000 years later, of course they're going to have the tech. It should be a kind of trivial to start him up, get him running, and get Mecha Godzilla out there to fight the regular Godzillas. Right. One other thing that I thought was really neat aspect of this film was it had a smog aspect where. They use these flying motorcycles in the movie. Once they get to Earth, they bring these shuttles down, and then they bring out these flying motorcycles, and they can, kind of fly around Godzilla. And the idea is that Godzilla is so tough and durable that you really can't just shoot him with anything because it won't hurt him because his hide is so thick, right? So you have to find that one spot where, you know, his scale is missing. They have a different name for it in here, but it's very much that idea of there's one scale missing on Smaug, and if we do the analysis, we can find it. So they're finding his weak point with these analyses, and in order to get that information to find it, they have to sweep really close to him. And so it's really good. It's really excellent. The other thing they have in here is they have this idea that there are people within the ships that return to Earth that actually worship Godzilla as a god, which is interesting, particularly because of the word Godzilla. And so it's really, really excellent. If you have Netflix, it's a must-watch. It's really, really fantastic. Of course, if you like kaiju movies, and by the way, I shouldn't say kaiju movie. Godzilla is the kaiju. It's a Godzilla movie, right? And it's a Godzilla movie mixed with Ripley from Aliens. It's cool. It's a very cool film. It's really fun. I really liked it a lot. On Netflix, they called it Part 1, Episode 1, which tells me that they're going to do more of these, which, again, I'm super excited about. I highly recommend Godzilla, Planet of Monsters. Take care.